There we go. It has been a minute. Alright, I'm gonna get my promotion ready because it's been so long. I haven't done this in forever. Copy link. There we go. And then I'll put here. Hello, Iondis and Director Amelia. Welcome. Just at the ending of my episode. The new one? Yeah. Fun. I really like that one. Such a pretty set. The frame. Very happy with it. Still need to translate the thing. Yeah, that makes sense. There might be a few little bits that need to be translated. Makes sense. But yeah. So, today I'm gonna be playing Slay the Princess. Which is a game, choose your own adventure game with a whole bunch of new choices. Wow, the music just shifted. And the goal is very simple. We just need to kill a little princess. Shouldn't be too difficult, right? I will admit this is one of those games that I've seen some of. I don't think I've seen... I think I've seen about one ending and a handful of random branches, but I don't think I've seen the full thing. But either way, it's still a fun game that I've heard a lot of good stuff about. Because of that, because I'm slightly familiar, I'm not opposed to, you know, chat chiming in. Not gonna promise that I'm gonna do whatever you say, but like, you know, if you have a idea or something, speak up, you know? I like playing with you. So hang on, before we switch over this. This is where we are. Okay. So yeah. Very simple game. A lot of mystery and such. I'm gonna keep an eye on my Steam window. Make sure volume's good. Good. I think it is. Okay. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I know a hero? Who could that be? Who could that be?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Have you considered that maybe she's the only reason she's going to end the world is because
While
she's
I
locked
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
up? Okay, you kind of threw me in the middle of the story.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
But what if it's both? What if she's locked up because she's dangerous, and now she's even more dangerous because she's locked up? Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Oh, sweet, you're taking my job away from me. Yo, let's go.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay. So why can't I just walk away?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Yeah, I just try walking away. Yeah, I was saying, it's like, if she leaves the cabin, the world will end. But she's locked up, so I think she's still in the cabin, so... Some reward. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. I've always wanted to be alone. Okay. Turn around and leave, yeah.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Straight home. Okay, lies. Yeah, I definitely know where I'm going. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin, and I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming. Quietly continue. Yeah, I'm just gonna quietly walk away.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do
Hey,
is
hero!
wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
See, this is what we call in the D&D community call railroading, all right? Narrator intensifies. Yeah. Narrator, you're not being very fair here. Turn around again and
You're
leave
really
again.
keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
I'm not wasting
It's
anybody's
remarkably
time.
selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
All I'm saying is that I think I'm making this a tougher job by actually attempting this. We could just leave her. Don't give her any chance of escape. Okay? What if I went in there and, like, she was hiding behind the door and slipped out once I walked in? You know? Or, like, something worse could happen. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should. No, you're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Continue down the path?
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Well, that's your first problem.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yay. Turn stream. Just a touch. Okay.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
He assumed that you're mature. Yeah, first problem. I'm not mature. Yeah, I'm not the one for superstition or astrology either. That star right there is obviously, this is a Big Dipper right here. Additionally, yeah, this is dumb. Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm just going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Now hold on, why are you bringing up the deceased, okay? They already had their time. This is my time, okay? Don't know.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's
Wait, what?
little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin.
I think I broke it.
Cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
It's the Housiverse. Welcome to the reality of the housing market.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
It's not personal, man. Don't make it personal, okay? If anything, I'm the wait. No, I'm not the problem. It's this whole situation that's the problem. You're just a bystander who doesn't agree with my personal bias. Is bias the right word? Maybe opinion is better.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
It's not certain death. I'm searching for a good piece of bread. Irritating the narrator is indeed fun. Yeah, exactly.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The heck? Did she get out? Okay, chapter 2, The Stranger. Bread.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hasn't this already happened?
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Hi!
It's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us.
Hello, contrarian.
I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Okay. So you're just gonna, like, Wall of China me in here? Okay. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. What am I lying about? Am I lying about heading... I don't care, whatever.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Ah, drat!
Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further.
What's up, Doc?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin
Hello,
interior
Shodor.
is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Huh. Hi, we are playing Slay the Princess today. A game about choices and decisions, and I think I made a bad one by just trying to run away.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
Thought it was just
Perched on
quirky.
that table is a pristine blade.
What are you doing with your voice, narrator?
The blade is your implement.
The blade is your
You'll need it if you want
implement.
to do this right.
You'll need it if you want to do this
If
right.
he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Exactly. It could be a kitten or it could be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Although we do know it's a princess, so maybe not.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess.
Yeah,
How many times
exactly.
do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Twice more? Once so I could act like I was listening and wasn't really, and then actually so I could listen.
You can't just
T-Rex
say
princess.
that.
Yeah.
And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
You know, I'm with a contrarian here.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Oh, booey.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Okay.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours.
Hey!
If you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah. Which variant is that? Which variant is who?
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just
I got
accept
3
it and
people
go
in
with
the
the
room.
flow. It really isn't hard.
Just accept it and
Okay.
go with the flow.
Okay,
You got
I'm
it,
fine.
hero. Contrarian. Contrarian. I don't really have a contrarian character. Maybe Trix, but he's not a variant. That doesn't work. Hmm. 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 Maybe community secret no, it's Echo. No. For a variant, probably I don't know, I'll think on it.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okie dokie. I will. And talk about the mirror. Oh yeah.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
I would say Are you a contrarian? Are you contrarian by yourself? I would say no. I think the voice of the hero and the voice of the contrarian are two different versions of myself, and then there's me, from what I understand of the game. So
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
So for a variant, I'm gonna say Cass. Probably. Not sure. I don't really have many contrarian type characters. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay, I'm feeling contrarian. We will go without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
So I found the multiverse stairs. Yeah, I mean my first thought was who invited the the UB3 Nether hub. But yeah, also multiverse stairs, just spiraling into infinite pathways. Yeah, it's like fractals.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it,
Ew.
a kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
I don't know, this place is kind of cool. I mean, you get used to it, that'd be sick.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Hi. Hi.
No, thank you.
Hi. No, thank you.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his
Nice. Okay, let's go. Harsh stairs to the left, the center, the soft stairs. I'll just go center. Let's go center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Okay.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
Yeah, that's gonna have more consequences than I can handle.
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
It cuts, and straight.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
What?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
What?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What? Okay, why are your eyes glowing like that? I don't like that. But, like, he was in the middle of something really deep, lady.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over.
Narrator.
Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
I don't have a dagger.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
I kinda lost sense of reality. Can you remind me what I was doing?
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Sorry, had to sneeze there. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. What's your name? What's your name?
Princess.
It lit up.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
What?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her,
Why?
there's now another. We can do that?
Yeah, that's a big
I
no.
don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
I don't know if that's worse or not.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Hey, nobody's ever said that about the multiverse.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Yeah, so those thoughts that weaseled their way in. I have a new voice. I didn't hear the contrarian before. Can we talk about that?
Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay. I'm trying to get you out of here. Try and free her. Wait. What? I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything. Leave her and retrieve the blade. We'll address that in a moment. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart. Do you know what happened to
I don't
me?
remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out,
Aw.
and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
What is that final option? Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. Those are 3 options in one. Yeah. There's more
There
of you.
must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Hey, now, let's calm
She
down.
fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
Yeah. Welcome to my world. This is how the multiverse works, folks.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Okay. I have 2 more possible questions. You're apparently a threat to the world. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're here? Or I can do it. I want to ask. These just say explore, so I think it'll be fine.
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember.
Calm.
Don't give
Depressed.
me false hope. Please. Don't be coy. We both
Evil.
know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Oh, no!
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
I just like to point out the subtle difference. Like, it's not just a copy. They have subtle differences. Like, she's got her hair, like, straight over her eyes, while she's got, like, just it over the side of her eyes. And I think, no, the crowns are the same, but also, like, their posture and their facial expressions are each unique.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Okay. Oh, I can't do anything else. All right.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Oh my gosh.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah, let's do a bit of wit.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun.
Oh my gosh.
How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all.
Hello?
Falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Okay, so... I almost said journaler is gone. Narrator is gone.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
I don't like that. Definitely gonna use that as inspiration.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Okay.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, buddy!
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. Okay, bye. Illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear you reply. She's gone, replaced with something else. Sorry, that was a achievement I just got.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Then what the hell are we supposed to do?
Mirror's gone.
Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I think I'm supposed to look at the
There's
mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No, don't do that. I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
I don't have a choice. I approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you, Birdman. Let's go. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
You got a lot of perspectives there.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay. That's a lot of options. Okay, are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I am a pathway in a untouched forest.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Okay, explain.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You're destined for more. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. Say nothing. Okay. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me.
Okay.
I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
And to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Are you afraid to end? And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
That is poetic.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
Close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. I mean, I'm feeling kind of called out from my multiverse right now. Okay.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Face gets sore with the masks you wear. What happened now? Just shut down the game. It just shut down the game! What? 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 Hang on.
You have returned to me.
I have.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Hi. Oh, chat is completely in the way. I was not keeping an eye on that. There is no easy spot here. I'm gonna move chat. There we go. Yeah, you were gone mere moments. I don't like. I'm sure that's coincidental. But I literally, like, I opened it right up, so. Okay, yeah, I guess I have to make a choice now. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their
Intentional
own
game
way
design,
home.
yeah. Okay. How much will I forget?
Everything.
Okay.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will do as best job as I can.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right. The end of the world? What are you talking
about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
What about
you
society?
You have to put an end to her.
What about society? You know? No more people, but what about society as a concept, okay? Because society can both have people, not. Society is a concept based around the idea of community, and although it thrives when there are other— I'm gonna stop before I say something stupid. Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, that's a big— okay, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Sure, Doc.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Will do. Don't you get all verbose. I will get verbose.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Well, I don't see a dragon, so...
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Not a burb, not a dragon, exactly.
The blade is your implement.
You'll
need it if you want to do this right.
Slay her. All right, we're not going in with a dagger. That'd be cruel. We're gonna talk things out. We're gonna do things diplomatically.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Let's see it.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hiya.
Hypnotizing.
Oh,
it's the kind of voice you
hero.
only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Good.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Smack Hero's voice for you. Here you go. There you go. Be quiet, Hero! Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
No, that was me clapping. I mean, in a sense, I actually, slapped my hand. So, yeah. I slapped the hero.
Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Oh, there's only 2 options here. Hold on, let's talk about it a bit first.
Okay.
Hi! Alright, I'm gonna adjust this game, alright? Okay. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess. Princess. Welcome to the ball. Will you be my partner in this dance, Princess? Okay. I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been? No. We're not gonna be. No one would take her seriously. Yeah. Was Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Narrator, shut up. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm thinking I'm gonna get her out. Okay.
I don't see what that has to do.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen.
I did not mean to skip that.
I agree with the prince. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Thank you. Somebody.
She has to eat, right?
Ow. Yes. Okay. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying a word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Kindness is a beautiful blade that can be shared.
You're only making this more difficult.
Yay!
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Princess, thank you. Are you going for a polities run? No. Going for just a man run.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
I'm just a man.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
No, it's
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, I'm going to go check upstairs. Maybe there's a key, and if not, maybe I can find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You
I'm
attempt
gonna
to make
save
your way
the
out
princess.
of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
You
and you won't
narrator.
leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Idea, Mr. Narrator. Let me go upstairs and get the blade. Follow those words like I said it.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Please. I could raise her as my own. Okay.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There's a
But
slight
hey, I'm
panic
not chained
rising
up.
in the princess's voice.
Okay, calm down, lady.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
And this is the Just a Man run. Yeah.
As she rips her flesh from her bone,
Not quite
the
anymore, I
sound
don't
comes
think.
from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Shut up, Zeus! Oh, those look really familiar. Or really similar. Okay, save the princess, slay the princess. That's clearly what they say. Okay, save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I don't think the knife is sentient. I think the narrator is desperate.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
What are you doing?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Hey,
Watch
now.
me.
Narrator, let's talk about
What
this.
are you doing?
No. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
No! Not a player and he's a puppeteer. No!
But the princess
I thought he was
dodges,
Zeus, not
stumbling back
Cersei.
against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
We were walking out, man. We were literally walking out the door. Slice. Resist!
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Wait, what?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Okay.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Ow.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Dang, okay, we really died
You're
there.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, I've heard it before, you know? Okay. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what
Yeah, well,
happened,
what did
then
you
maybe it's
expect?
best to keep it that way.
I was hoping the narrator would not, kill us forcefully, make us betray. He's really great at railroading.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
What?
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
What? Smitten? Are you serious? Okay.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Me, hero, smitten. Okay, I guess princess too. You have to deal with this now. Yeah.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
You bye. Thank you for the follow.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Fun seeing you here. Hi. Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really happened. Yeah, welcome. How are you doing? Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Assume I'm telling the truth. Why should I?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Well, I'm happy to, destroy your boredom. And you checked my Discord? Ooh. Ah, drat. The Discord status gave me away. Well, I'm happy to have you here. You're a stalker.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Mm-hmm.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Well... Oh, that's my microphone. Well, yes. But I don't like your suggestions, so that's my excuse.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yes. I don't know why I'm relating to Smith.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
That's awesome.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake.
Oh, yeah.
No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
Aha!
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Protestations? Protests? Is that another form of protest? Okay.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
When you stream next session for... No, I don't typically stream on weekends. Plus, I prefer just, the sessions are much more relaxed. I'm usually not focused on recording or streaming.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
You took out our consequence. You took out our choices, so the consequences were not our own.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Ah, yes, the multiverse. The narrator's consequences.
If it's the latter,
exactly.
What do you think happened after you died?
Actually, I'm gonna pause right there, is because so the narrator had actions, but we also had actions in his actions, like we were trying to stop his actions, so those were our consequences, technically. So, Yeah, it's our actions and our consequences.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I think she had a bit of trauma she had to deal with, but I think she lived a good life.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Shut up, Smitten. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate, you bye.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Plasma and your silly, dastardly schemes. I would never make schemes. I would. Smitten is tiresome but funny. Yeah. I'm just worried I'm gonna have to put up with him the whole time. Okay. I'm going with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin. Let's let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
I have straightened.
Don't believe a word she says.
Okay, got it.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
Okay.
It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Mr. Smitten, come on.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I wish he put a bit of more emphasis on I do, but he does like the sound of his own voice. Absolutely.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
I do want to say, I have an idea for a stream in the future. Like, after, I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 streams of this game, just following this, like, save file to the very end. But, I know there's a setting where you can disable the voicing, and you can turn on, I think it's called self-voicing. So I could just voice all the characters. The voice of the hero said that, does he agree with the Smitten, but he's just not saying it? Your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. I don't think he agrees, but I don't think he's polarly against it, I guess. Like, you know, extremely against. Okay.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to
do this right. Yeah. Okay. As always, you didn't mention anything.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Mirror.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Be right back. I need to leave my room. I'm in. It's all good. See you later. You bye. Okay, I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
Oh, yes.
We shouldn't waste time preening, but if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
This whole cabin is different than last time. I'll
walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh, I gotta look out for those feathers.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Finishing the monster, like finishing the same one or another?
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Tapestry. Yeah, I did mistake it at first, but yeah, I think the framing was just a bit weird on the position of the camera. Take the blade or enter the basement. Take the blade or enter the basement. Isn't it about perspective? Part of me really wants to see Smitten through. What if we just give him his happy ending? What if we just... Because I'm pretty sure if we take the blade, she's going to be more hostile. But also that could be interesting. Alright. Go play more Catherine and frustrate myself. Alright. See you later, you bye. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Okay, dude.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
We will enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Yeah, it's pretty good candle animation.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is she a child now?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Hold on, dude. One step at a time, okay?
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Thank you.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Yeah, can we get a frying pan in here?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Yeah, this is just every Disney movie, although she does look a lot like Rapunzel, I think.
My love,
shorter
we're
hair,
here to rescue you from your
outfit.
unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she
Sure.
can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Shush.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a
I made the
hero.
wrong choices. Yeah, she said your name, okay?
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Aha!
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I have to live with the consequences. Yeah. That's a twist. The narrator is water villain. No. And we're not gonna address who the voice of the Smitten would be in Plasma lore, alright? We are gonna ignore that, okay? No.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Thank
Now,
you.
hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Uh-huh.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
He's funny. Do I really have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Can you put some bias in there? Some opinion, please. I feel like the world ends whenever you die, so maybe don't do that. Yeah, she's crazy.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Those eyes are too pointy.
No,
Okay.
you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Cuffs are designed to not be able to slip out of. Okay, she's clearly harmless, guys. I don't say I'm in love with her, but you know, she's harmless if she wasn't secured correctly, right? Maybe she charmed the blacksmith or something. Yeah, she is nuts. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No, it would not have, you crazy
Isn't that
princess.
just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Yay, we can do it together. No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or other, but honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague. I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. Oh my gosh. I'm tempted. Hang on, let me...
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Hey! Don't use words I don't know.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world.
Oh my gosh.
But I guess that wouldn't actually move you.
Oh no.
Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out. But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy. By destroying the world? Apparently, yes.
It's extremes. She's in love. Okay, I'm gonna save again real quick, and then I'm going to load this one. Yes. Okay. No.
Then I didn't end the world.
I was worried you'd say that.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay,
I'm
what?
sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
But kindness is a beautiful blade that can be shared. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator... Okay.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Can I yeet him out the window? Princess, step to the side.
That's okay. You are just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
What?
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. And almost that's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like him.
Narrator's like, I'm special, alright? I am unique and individual, and there's no other people like me who are remotely similar.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alright, rescue or slay? Rescue or slay? If I rescue her... If I slay her... Yeah, okay. Smitten will get his way home.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
It really does just slip off.
Gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Narrator is probably the most interesting character. The one who lies and deceives is often intriguing. That is what I've seen.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Yay.
Ugh.
Yeah, yuck.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
We leave and then have the whole lives to figure out, okay, actually, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world, spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
There must be something
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But there's like little sticky notes in that binder, okay? Like, it's not one page of like, didn't think the anime eyes could get any bigger. Yeah. That's a good like 25% of the face right there. Yeah, what are the sticky notes of you? I would like to do this. I want you to make me unhappy. Whoa, that's a dark path. Okay. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh, the eyes are getting bigger.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Is her art style simplifying? I want you to make me unhappy.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
If you want to leave, let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
What?
Oh, phew. She's back to normal. Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
Okay.
As the princess takes
Those
your hand in
sparkles.
hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening.
Yeah,
You
we're
don't have
going
to
along
mope
with
about
this.
it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us
Wasn't
in here?
there a window in the
That's
basement?
not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Come on,
Of
man.
course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay, I think I've got this. You think you can open it? I think we can open it. Okay. You
Well,
think
I
you
don't
can?
know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
Yeah, I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle. And the lock clicks. The door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's amazing.
I told you she could do it. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
Okay, Mr. Narrator, you can do it. You do that, buddy. Oh, you are being
That's
a perception.
the way out.
Was that just
We're going to leave
animated?
together, just like you wanted.
Did your head just become animated in movement? Or is that just a really subtle change and it looked animated? Okay.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic haze, your love will set you free. That's an
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Uh-oh.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Hey, yeah, keep staring into those eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Wow, that's a bit drastic. And she's gone. You don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. You always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The end for you, but not for me. It's not the end. Whatever's on this other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
So long, buddies.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Laters, dude. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same as you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives
Did you
meld
just
together,
describe what you were
and the
doing?
breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Hang on, did you just describe? It's like you ask me a question and I go, I stroke my chin in thought. I think so. Like, yeah.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
What, you don't narrate your own actions? Well, the tricky thing having a journaler around, okay?
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Makes
But in
sense.
this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to have to kill you. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall, you have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay, so I get to choose. Enough with all of this pretension. You're not actually saying anything. How many more?
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky. I yearn for more perspectives. Got it.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
That's sweet.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I wasn't mourning, I was... Okay.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Thank you for being
Why
kind.
wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
That's wholesome. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see.
Okay.
I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
So I can choose realities to let her grow in specific ways. So what, we've shown her choice, I suppose? And we've shown her love. Those are good virtues. Can't tell if this is meta or not. Well, kind of. Meta in what sense? Like meta in the game or in the loops? Because I think she's clearly aware of the loops. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect
Yeah,
on
there's
what I
multiple
am.
layers of meta.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. A loving vessel, bring the damsel to...
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, we're gonna skip that. Okay. Have you considered that maybe, no. Killing a princess kind of seems bad,
Does it?
though.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
What? Princesses provide marriage to rulers of a land which ensure protection and what do I know? I'm not a fantasy nerd. Okay, get someone else to do this.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay, sure you don't. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Sure, bud.
You
Alright,
make
we're
your
gonna
way
do
up
one
the
more
short
loop
path
here.
to the cabin.
Or like,
You'll find the princess within.
we're gonna get to the long quiet once more.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Okay, we're gonna go in. And we are going to enter the basement without a blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Possibly. I'll see what I can do. I'll examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Going to, you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hit.
Okay, we know how this works, so...
You make your way easier for everyone.
What if we don't resist? Because this is the same path as Smitten. And obviously we could take the same path as... like, follow it further. This is the fun part of Choose Your Own Adventures. It's like a Choose Your Own Adventure, but they're encouraging you to find all the routes. Okay, so... I could... Yeah, the slight variations. They have, yeah, the tidal waves of consequences. I'm gonna say... we don't resist.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Hi.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
We were getting along so well.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Don't waver now.
Isn't she, like, gonna end the world?
As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. But the door is already shut. Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and Honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
Thanks.
You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you.
Stab her in the gut.
The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all.
Okay.
It's over.
If you think this is it,
When does a man become a monster?
you're
Yep.
sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. The witch. Okay. So...
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And
hang on. I think I've already seen this one a couple times. I think it's a very common route.
I can assure you
So
that
I'm
you're
gonna
not
see
dead. And to answer your
if I
second
can
question, you're here to slay the princess.
help her?
I
If I
literally
can
told you
choose a
that a second
diplomatic
ago.
route from here. Yeah, okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest. You know I can hear you. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay, proceed to the cabin. We got the
Oh,
opportunist here.
Before you go any further.
Yeah. Yeah, you lie and cheat. Don't worry, you can trust us to get the job done. Wow. Cool.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. If we enter the basement without the blade... No, I'm taking the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's
Exactly.
not actually a bad idea.
Okay. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Okay.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick
Copper.
and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath.
What is copper?
If the princess lives here,
No.
slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Is that like Earth? Is copper like Earth? Sorry, I'm lingering on a very small detail. Is copper like Earth?
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't.
Bite. Say nothing.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Copper is kind of metally and oxidized smell. Yeah. I'm trying to think, because I know, like, blood is, like, iron. Like, what is the smell of copper associating it to?
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
This is interesting.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess.
He said the
not
name of the
endlessly
game.
Debate about what to do with the princess.
He said it about 5 times now. I'm just pointing it out now.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Welcome to the party.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
We have a title,
Call
yeah.
it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Yeah.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Sorry,
Is
I'm
it all
stepping
behind
words.
us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat
Got
her
it.
up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Will we, though? I'm
Well, I
quite
seem to remember you having a
proficient
tongue.
with charisma. Yeah. So, let's talk. I'm sorry about last
Ooh,
time.
smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If
Thank
you're
you.
sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it. Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Okay.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay. Get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Most people like my jokes. Okay. You could have gotten out this whole time. What do you even need me for?
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
If perception precedes action, is the narrator saying that she'll destroy the world, causing the world to be... Maybe? I know there are paths where it can... I'm pretty sure when we did the Smitten Path, at least one time we chose the route of like, are you well, yeah, I don't know, maybe. Either way, it's too hammered in each time to really put it to the test.
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Thank you, hero.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first.
Yeah.
Maybe in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted.
I'm sure
I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help...
Oh, sorry. If you help her out here, you're going to regret it. Okay. And clearly there is some broken trust. What if I give you this? Oh, that's great.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You hand the blade to the princess, who quickly snatches it from you, her eyes darting between you and the weapon with a nervous curiosity.
It's not poisoned, I swear.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you? What do you think happens now?
I think kindness is a blade, a beautiful blade that is best shared. Please do not use it against me. That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade I chose last time, and I regret it. So now it's your time to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us chooses doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you. Okay, no. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
Boy, what are you doing? I am taking a leap of faith at kindness, okay? It has not failed me yet.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Not doubt. I'm trying to sow friendship.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Okay.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do.
Come on, man.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Hang on. Load. Yes. Okay. Hang on. Let's take this a step back. I'm gonna save flirting.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Okay, flirting.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we?
Oh, she's blushing. Look at that.
If you were
Okay.
lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
We got a little bit of smitten left in us. Aw, yeah, nonsense. Yeah.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves.
No.
And then she buries the
Okay.
blade in your heart.
Okay. Firstly, going to save. There we go. Save that. History load. I just want to see if you're someone like I know you're probably
Oh,
gonna
hey, that someone is me. And yes, you're right. That is exactly what I would do. Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
You know me too well.
The princess grits her teeth, and her cunning gaze once again meets yours. And then
Okay,
she
come
buries the blade
on.
in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. Glee dances across her face as you fall.
Okay. Load. Come on. I'm getting. Yes, load this. It seems like you're just going to get this ending. We have one more option. Yeah, exactly.
You and the princess share a knowing look.
You need me.
And then
Dang it,
she
okay.
buries the blade in your heart.
Okay.
What? I told you. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, this is a chapter 3. Past life gambit. Hand your power to a suspicious character.
You're on a path in the
Wait,
woods.
hang on,
She
hang on.
stabbed us. She
Hang on.
actually...
Hang on. Hang on, there's a third option. Those choices were important. Hold on. Okay. I read into those choices wrong. Okay. Let's review. Okay, we are trying to teach her positive traits. We chose her. We showed her choice, and we showed her love. Probably, you're probably going to kill me. You're beautiful. We don't change. What will change? We can be better. Like the need for change. Ooh, need for change. Ruining the whole world thing. So now it's your choice. You get to choose. So you get to choose. We need to change. You're beautiful. You're probably gonna kill me. Or just wing it. It's like saying you're beautiful is like that is immediately makes sense to be a positive trait. But I don't want smitten back in here. Okay, screw it. If
She
smitten...
pulls back. Clear. I thought it was nice. Whether it's not. If you were lying...
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of...
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features, and then she buried... What? No. I told you. Glee dances across her face
Is
as
her
you
line
fall
at
to
the
the
end
ground.
different?
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with
trembling.
concern. Her nerve...
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark.
It's also important to note, so I kind of skipped it in that run. little quick bit, but they have some comments in there with the voices and the narrator that when I say it, I'm not lying. And so furthermore, it's that perception. That's my belief, is it's the perception. You die, yeah, Thorn. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. I told you not to give her the blade.
Alright, you're a path on the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. Okay. I voted against it.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything.
I swear!
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should
Dude,
is
okay,
fixated
of course he's back.
on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
No, the opportunist and smitten. Oh no, hi Pumpkin. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be something. Welcome. Yeah, he's buddies with Smitten. Welcome, Casey, to I get to be stuck with an opportunist and a voice that is Smitten.
Gladly,
Oh
my
gosh.
dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Wow.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
It makes me so relatable. You want to be relatable, dude?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us.
She hates us, dude. She hates us.
Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Yeah.
As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but...
I also love that, like, the narrator started talking and we just completely interrupted him and didn't let him continue. Where's the window? Yeah, can we eat
maybe
this
she won't
guy?
be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
It's like the equivalent of, like, you're on your couch, like, playing, like, on your Xbox or whatever, and then your 3 friends walk in, and you go to, like, say, oh, how was the park? And they're like, dude, that concert was awesome. Yeah, man, it was so cool. It's like, that's not what I was talking about.
Give what another try exactly?
Yeah.
You know where I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Whisking her away to freedom. I may have some. It's a big world.
Oh, are you now? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Also, the trees are dead? Yeah. I am having second thoughts, though, that maybe that choice of, like, which path, obviously it affected through death, because I noticed the trees are the same. Or I think the trees are the same, but they are definitely dead. They're not, like, bustling and, like, you know, bright cherry trees and super cozy and everything. It's, I think we mostly affected what voice we got, I think. So we just got stuck with Smitten. This place is different. It keeps changing. We're going to free her? Yeah. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself.
Yes. Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it, Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
He addressed me. Hold up. What? Okay. Also, opportunist. I think he likes, what is it, like 4D chess?
Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know
Decider.
what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
Aha. That's definitely how that works.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
Princess free. Goodness,
If I were you,
that
I'd remember
voice
what she's
acting in
done.
this.
You know how dangerous she is, and you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world. What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice.
That's not including the thousands of other worlds.
So you knew this could happen? Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it.
I would rather
I
you
don't
did.
care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think. Then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need...
Oops, sorry. I need to stop talking, think, happy thoughts. Wow, alright. Screw this, the cabin. What happens if I just leave? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in this cabin. Let's see what this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
Yep, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
what?
hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh
All
smell
those
of spring
poppies.
growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Well, he didn't describe their smell, so I think they might have been poppies. That's possible. There's no door.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Oh,
Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here, and if she has it... Let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her.
Put the
We've
window
already
where the
shown
door
her
is
our
supposed to be.
heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
You know, I kind of agree. It's the slightly the opportunist approach. I'm like, yeah, let's make her like us a bit. Okay, explore. How do we even get down there? Okay.
Yeah, why didn't you mention the mirror? I didn't mention a mirror because there isn't a mirror. But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right? Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place.
Yeah,
we
we've heard
can't
that
go
before.
around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance.
Oh my gosh, opportunist!
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Okay.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
If we go down the stairs and she just like throws the knife at us and we get like pinned to the wall, I'm gonna lose it, okay?
You step through the frame of
Or
scorched
just
wood
immediately attacks
and
us.
make your way into
That's
the
all right.
darkness below.
Okay, what's up?
The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
It's symbolic in nature! I didn't know you were into theater.
Her voice, worn
sense,
down
though.
by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
She is so lost. Like, she doesn't sound sad or like depressed. She's just cold. She's lost. Confused, I think, is a better word. I have to figure out a way out of here for good. I don't know what you want. Great insight. Haha, I passed it. I want to free you. I mean it. I would just want to talk. Really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Okay.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward.
Because she's retaining her memory as well. It's making it so much... She's not used to it.
You step out into what was
Oh
once
my
a vast
gosh.
open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? No. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. Whoa! Okay. I guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice day. Wow. Okay, hang on. Okay, what do I want to do? Because it's not a choice of... It's basically, how much do I want to help her? Or do I want to let her have learned her lesson? I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. Yeah, it's like, I think I should try to go for the positive arcs, I guess. Not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the one who yearns for freedom. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
I've hurt you? I stabbed you once. Okay, you trusted me. I stabbed you. Then I trusted you, and you stabbed me. I feel like there's fresher blood between bad blood on my side. Yeah, we're even.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Okay. Can I just, like, sit down? Can I, like, just sit down in front of her like I don't have anything else to do? Nothing I can say to change your mind.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Maybe it's past time just to say anything. Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Shut up.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her.
Opportunist,
right here,
what the
right
heck?
now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn.
Guys, come on.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
I was gonna say.
You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
Opportunist is so wishy-washy. He just wants the best optimum route.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Oh. Just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. Please. See ya. No, okay. We'll cut her free.
What a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Opportunist.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
Yeah.
That's right. What he said.
Yeah, I'm with this guy. I'm with him.
We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you.
There's gonna be a plot twist in a minute, isn't there? And he's gonna be like, I told you!
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Don't jinx it. That's how this all started, guys. He made us slay her.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her
Okay,
now
bud.
before the moment ends.
I'm just gonna hug her. It's an option, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. I just really hate the people of course I did.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. You should have kissed her, you fool. It was the perfect moment.
Shut up.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
We got a handy knife here.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
Ah, dang it. I should have named the blade love instead of kindness.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Step into the thorns or cut the thorns?
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Aha! I know your games!
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Absolute nothing.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't
Shut
a
up.
world worth
Shut
saving.
up. Shut up. Shut up.
We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the
Work
two of
through
you
some
open
trust
the door
issues.
and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Wow!
What do we do now? Where's everything going?
I'm so sorry.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
It's every time,
Should we try and find her?
almost like a happy ending, and then...
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared, this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
But it feels so bad. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen? If they think it's bad, I'm with them. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. Withered. I got an achievement saying, decay, you've withered. Ow. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. I will approach Poison Ivy.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Look, I don't like to look at my corners, alright? You can leave that out of this. What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart.
That is not a bad trait. I mean, that is not a bad trait.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Cautious isn't bad. Cautious... Sorta, yeah. It's like... You're not gonna run head first. Like, we've shown her choice and shown her love. So this is caution. Carefully make those decisions. Careful with love. Those choices can bring love. And so I don't think it's a bad thing. Also kind of makes for a wholesome character, possibly. I don't know if this is like design your friend or something, I don't know. You still not care about what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Okay. Yeah,
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Distance. As soon as I'm near you, anything it makes me like more. I don't know what that says about me.
How strange of you to ask me then. The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets.
Okay.
My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Okay.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Alright, I'm ready to go
I
back.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the thorn to her.
You're on a path.
Okay. I think I'm gonna save right there. There we go. And I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. It's been 2.5 hours. So, go to main menu. Yes. Okay. Ending page. Let me check if there's a channel streaming. No. Is there anybody I know who is JLD still streaming? No. I just missed her. Okie dokie. Well, that was a fun game. I don't know why my thing has frozen. Okay. It'd be like that. Hang on, wait. There we go. Alright. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out, joining. I don't know when I'll be back with this next. But I enjoy this game. Yeah, very thought-provoking game. I like it a lot. And I will definitely be excited to stream it again. But I do have a few other games that I'd love to stream with some buddies. So, might do those before we get back into Slay the Princess. And then sometime in the future, it will be I'll probably go back without, I'll do self-voicing, because I think that's fun. Might avoid Voice of the Smitten, though, I don't know. Get some wild clips out of that. Or but yeah, I hope you all had a great and wonderful rest of your weeks, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.